Alright, ladies and gentlemen, me, your boy, the man, NJ2TheCity with the number 2 NTO. So, I have no clue how long this video will last. I have no clue when it will ever get its first view. Because some videos take days, if not weeks, to get its first view. Some on this channel you can definitely see from months back still haven't gotten its first view. That was a fly right there. But, all glory be to God, as I have a normal life to live, / a lit life to live in Christ's name. Trust me, I have a lot of things, y'all, a lot of things to discuss. One of the top things that I have to discuss is definitely talking to my friends from the class of, I guess, more so class of 17 and 18. I want everybody to understand that when you went to school with me, I was not always the most mature. Now, I was always definitely, the hype man. I was definitely always, preaching niece up, preaching my friends up, preaching the county up. You definitely, knew me as a spiritual person, a very supportive, very encouraging, motivational speaker, as I really went by multiple names. The name I gave myself was Niece's Ambassador. But everybody else gave me nicknames like Niece's Motivational Speaker, the Face of Niece, or the Ambassador of Positivity. And all three of those are true, because you won't find another soul out there preaching Niece up to the amounts that I've been preaching it up to over the years. You just won't see anybody preaching it up. And I do believe that Niece is still number one. It's just that we're not living up to it in all the facets of which I established when I was there. One of the top things that means is, when I was there, ladies and gentlemen, I did what I could to help us live up to our number one ranking beyond the numbers. That was my number one thing. Let us live up to the numbers. Let us live up beyond the numbers. To respect, to morals, to character, to discipline, to integrity. Not to say that I was a dean and I could literally control everybody's behavior, or I could even, dish out punishments, because I never could do any of that. But I definitely went outside my God-first way during stuff like Excel time and Power Hour, and before school and after school, to, conversate with people, get into discussion, check on people's personal lives, see how they're doing with God first, whatever, to see, if I can go out there and support them with a play, go out there and support them with a group, support them with whatever it was. Because that's exactly what Niece was to me, and exactly what it still is, and I believe will always be. Definitely to me. Maybe not to everybody else, but to me, it will always be that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of work to do with high school. Not really high school. Actually, not just high school is a better way of saying it. We have a lot of work to do with a lot of public schools, period. I do a lot of research, and a lot of schools are absolutely failing at a lot of things. You name it. They're failing at it. And I'm absolutely disgusted. I'm disturbed. I'm horrified. Reading countless trash review after trash review after trash review. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that if you go to Niece High School, go to any other school in St. Johns County School District, the number one school district in this state, and you feel like you go to school in a prison. I'm so very extremely sorry. And I say that because I will always be a proud ambassador and spokesperson of this district, of my alma mater, Niece, of Valley Ridge Academy, of multiple other schools, but those, two just to name right off the bat. City Bay as well. But I know more people at Valley, just to let you know. I will always be proud ambassador of Nocti, proud ambassador of so on and so on. Always be. Reason why, because again, it's not to say you'll of course you'll find other people who talk about it like I do, I think. But those people that are getting paid to do it. I don't get paid to do this. I do it, you could say, voluntarily. I do it out of the pure love that's in my heart for people. But I can assure you that for all my friends, definitely more so, for a couple of my friends, that they ever watch this, a couple of my friends that, for that 1% of, I guess, my friends or frenemies that never seem to like me for whatever reason, I can assure you, I never will forget one of the kids saying, I still love him very dearly, but I'll never forget him telling me that, yeah, I used to want to be like you, but not anymore, because you are encouraging people to enjoy school. As crazy as that might sound. You actually, are trying to get people to enjoy school. You're, and I want to let him know and anybody else of that friend group know. Um, as I think I explained it to you multiple times, one of the top reasons why I did that was because, as I have said before, Nice, or not just Nice, the entire St. Johns County School District is ranked #1. I literally just read a freaking article just last week, if not over the weekend, about that new high school that's going to be built in World Golf Village, where one of the residents was saying, we moved here for the schools. Of course you did, because we're ranked #1 in the whole state. That's why. And of course, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from moving here. Yes, move here. I love people. I love people. I love kids. I want to go out and support everybody. I'm a professional people person. So yes, come out here. Build your family with Nice, with Nocatee, with Enclave, with whatever. World Golf. I don't just with everybody. Come build your family with us. Live this lifestyle with us. I want you to come here. But I have to start telling people, be careful which school you put your child into. Because as I said before, if you are #1 in a state, supposedly for education, if you're #1 in the state really for anything, but definitely in a positive like education, that should be because everybody feels like they're part of something God first bigger than themselves. That should be because everybody feels like they are part of a school home and a school family. 2, you could say made up terms and definitions that I, encountered when I was at Nice, because I really wanted everybody to feel like they were loved and cared about and respected. Which is why, once again, everybody that went to school with me knows who I am, respects me a lot, and I, couldn't be more proud of who I am and what I stand for, and exactly how far I'm taking it in the future. Because I really want people to understand. I read school reviews from a lot of different schools, a lot of different counties, all over the state and all over the country. And I can assure you again, I am horrified how many schools stink. I'm so horrified how many people have literally betrayed the students. They've betrayed the students' mental health and personal lives, I guess you could say. Well, actually, they've betrayed the students' mental health and development for paychecks, pay raises, and what's the third word? Same definition but different word. And paychecks, pay raises, and something else. I forgot what the third word is. Bonuses, I think. Yeah, bonuses. And that's what I mean when I say God bless St. Johns County School District. But I really want everybody to understand this. I think our district falsifies these numbers. I absolutely believe they're falsifying these numbers. Why do I say that? Because I'm going to tell you this. As I've said before, you can't look at the past videos. Actually, there's only one that I put under unlisted. The rest you can't look at. But it was in this little video series. I want people to understand, I love the county. I graduated from Nice. I'm always going to be talking this stuff up. I'm always going to be an ambassador for this district. I'm always going to be an ambassador for my state, for my hometown city, Jacksonville. I'm always going to do this. But I want people to understand the do's and the don'ts. Why you should come here versus why you should stay away. And if you come here, the schools you should go to versus the schools you should stay far away from versus you might just want to move here for the community, but put your child in online school. Because I'm telling you, I've said it before, if your school is not #1 for student happiness, or at least the way I interpret it, student happiness needs to fall in line with you being #1 for education. I think it does. And that's why I can assure you I feel like our district is falsifying these numbers, amongst the schools, falsifying, the numbers. Because think about it. Ask your child or any child that graduated, ask a majority of the student body from, I don't know, the last 5 years, and ask them how many of them felt like they were in a prison. Ask yourself that question for like the last 5 years, if not just the last 2 to 3, in whatever school it is in St. Johns County School District. Ask yourself, literally, ask yourself the same, and compare it from Duval, I guess, to Clay, but definitely from Duval to St. John's. Measure it out. How many kids felt like they were in a prison, nobody cared about them, and they were nothing but a statistic on a piece of paper? I've asked the questions. I go out to the sporting events. I talk to people. I love people. I spread God's love to people. I encourage people. I'm a motivational speaker. People love me. And I know all this stuff because of all that groundwork that I do versus, or in addition, to the research that I do online. I love this county. I love this state, but I want to get people to understand. Be careful when you move to this district. Be careful what school you place your child in. Now, some schools are definitely extraordinarily better than others. God bless Freedom Crossing Academy. That's something that when I was there last week for the VRA game, I can absolutely tell you, for the first 2 years, they got it rocking over there. Go put your child in that school. No cap on that. I'm pretty sure that school, at least from what I've heard, when you go to a new school for the first couple of years like that, it's like a grace period, to where of course they're gonna go out their way to find fun, encouraging, positive people, when a school just opens up like that. It's when your school gets a new principal or something like that, when things might start becoming more rugged, more rigid, and start falling downhill. But that's just what I've heard and or my assumption. But indeed, if anybody were to watch this, yeah, go to Freedom Crossing Academy. Enroll your kid in that. Enroll your kid in Palm Valley Academy, right across the street from me. Or even, yes, Valley Ridge Academy. Home of my Valley Ridge kids. But I'm just saying, if you're going to move here, be careful of what school you go to and why you go to that school. Because I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Literally, you need to what's it called? Invest I'm telling you, the community is top notch. The community's worth it. The community worth it. The shops are worth it. Whatever else you want to put in that category, it's worth the hospital. It's worth it. Come down here. But just know when it comes to the education system what you're getting yourself into. Because we're not just top-notch for no good reason. We're top-notch for bull reasons, dare I say. And what that means in the education system is, depending on what school you go to, it's good and it's bad, depending on what you're going there for. And the reason why I say that again, ladies and gentlemen, type in whatever school you want to go to or whatever school that you might have been to. Type in that name on Google. Look at the reviews. Google reviews, and then scroll down to greatschools.org. You can see even more reviews. And you know how many reviews I've read about bullying, sexual harassment, and a few others like teachers don't teach, biasness, and favoritism. I've read so many / too many. This should not exist. I'm telling you, it should not. And I'll never forget last Friday, right, when I was last Friday, as I was at UNF tennis. God bless the UNF tennis team, women's particularly phenomenal, world class. God bless them. I was at that game, and while watching it, I was looking up Wolfson High School because I had got a news update on my phone about an apartment robbing or something like that near Wolfson. And I said, let me look up Wolfson right quick. And I did. Because Wolfson, if you don't know, has moved to being a magnet school now. Which makes sense. But, again, when you read the school review, you know why. In the most negative way. So what that means is that I also read a report, I think 2 years ago. Yeah, I graduated part of class 18. 2 years ago, I read the review, right? And the review said, I read a report that said, Wolfson and Sandalwood were top 2 for the most fights in Duval County. Let that sink in. Wolfson and Sandalwood Wolfson was number 1, Sandalwood was number 2. And with this same report that I read, I think it was Alpha Action News Jax or something like that. With the same, and also Duval is known for suspending the most African American students in the entire state. Why? I mean, so to everybody that has ever not liked me because of me promoting the schools and do whatever else, you got to realize my ambassadorship is not some biased, two-faced, double-standard favoritism scheme. At times it might have seemed like it was, but it's truly not. I like to try to tell both sides of the story. More coming soon. Your boy, NJ2TheCity out.